The current No Jumper situation is horrifying, is a disaster. The current employees are absolutely filth. Say what you want about Adam. Adam has lasted as long because he's clearly great at making content. But Adam is a 40-year-old man. You can't ask him to be on every show on No Jumper and every piece of content that comes out of No Jumper because that's impossible. He's 40. But the peak of No Jumper has been Adam surrounding himself by a solid core of at least 5 that he's able to assign to different shows, and they're able to at least perform when he's not present. But nowadays, Adam has surrounded himself with a group of absolute nincompoops, dummies, stupid weirdos who can't even put together a coherent sentence or give any type of structural analysis on anything. So what we are left with is a bunch of babbling idiots when Adam isn't here. There are some employees who aren't completely babbling buffoons, right? They do have something to offer.
Babbling buffoons.
I'm going down the roster.
Yeah. Adam and No Jumper, the whole problem with them in this whole situation is essentially don't hire people if they're not gonna do the job or they're not passionate about it. These people, like, look at Poetic. He reports on these topics every single day. And every single day he has something insightful to say and maybe a funny joke. How hard is it? If you really enjoyed the topic you were reporting on, you'd be able to come up with some sort of commentary around it. This nonsense talking about some, which you're going to get into later, needing a pay raise because you are quote unquote not given enough time. Or not being paid enough because you're not given enough time. Bro.
That aren't babbling buffoons. Right? That's just a fact. Now, usually I would ignore these babbling buffoons, but then it came to my awareness that these babbling buffoons was blaming me for why they are terrible at their jobs. I've literally watched episodes of the No Jumper News where Almighty Suspect, who's one of the few good ones at No Jumper, where he literally has to talk to himself for 2 hours because nobody around him has anything to offer. Like, he literally has to give his analysis. He has to offer his own rebuttal because nobody around him is informed, has anything to say, can provide any type of articulate analysis or coherent sense about anything. And these people are the ones behind the scenes telling Adam that I'm the reason why they suck at their job?
All that, Flacco was not really doing anything for No Jumper besides helping out a little bit with the news topics. Now, the reason why he was removed from that duty was entirely because I was sitting there on the news and everybody was complaining about how they were getting the topics 10 or 15 minutes before the news would start and how they felt like they didn't have any time to prepare or anything. So the only stuff that they were able to cover on the news was stuff that was, you know, that you could watch on the news, aka like 1 minute or less clips.
First off, I volunteered my expertise because I do daily news topics. I am successful doing daily news topics.
Right.
I know more about what topic is going to perform than the nincompoops that sit on the stained couch. But don't listen to me.
The stained couch,
at the profound news topics they needed multiple days to prepare for, okay? Poetic Flacco brother apparently having a mugshot in a freestyle. David could get released today from jail. P. Nice got a new podcast. All right? Boosie and Vlad fell out over $5,000. Oh! These topics are profound. How could y'all not have multiple days to prepare for this? Ice Spice getting jumped at a Los Angeles McDonald's. Oh! How could y'all not be given multiple days to prepare for this? Now, here's the real issue. The issue, Adam, isn't that I didn't give these absolute idiots and nincompoops multiple days to prepare. The real issue here is they didn't know how to do their job correctly or well.
Right.
These people literally had a complaint where they said I didn't alert them a couple days before to listen to the Kanye album. Kanye West, a prominent rapper, is about to drop a really anticipated rap album, one of the biggest debuts of the year, and employees on a hip-hop platform is telling me they didn't listen to the album because I didn't tell them to listen to it a day beforehand. What did you think we were going to discuss on a hip-hop show the day after Kanye West dropped his album?
Because I mean, on the way here, I was listening to the Kanye album, and I'm like, there's no way that anybody like told everybody on the news, "Hey, listen to the Kanye album," so we could talk about the Kanye album. But like, if I'm a No Jumper fan, I'm like tuning in if I know that I'm gonna hear a good discussion about the Kanye album, and probably not if I feel like I'm not. Right?
Adam, you're being too soft on these dweebs. You're being too soft. You gotta make them earn the $75.50 they make per show. You gotta make them earn it, bro. Cause
$75 to sit on the couch for like an hour, and y'all can't simply, do a little bit of pre-gaming. Bro, it takes what, 10 minutes to read an article, bro? Maybe 20 minutes if you want to put it through ChatGPT right quick and get a scenario that you can speak about. They're lazy,
is it that two people consistently are music lovers? They listen to everything. Suspect and Lush. So Suspect and Lush, who are just music lovers, who just listen to music on their spare time, they listen to everything. They show up with their analysis, their informed takes on music, and the albums already listened to. So they show up listening to these albums, and then everybody else is like, I didn't know I needed to listen to one of the biggest albums in rap on a rap platform because Flacco didn't tell me I need to listen to it. And I'm sitting there like, huh? How, first off, forget Flacco. How was that fair to Suspect and Lush? Now, I'm not even discussing, because again, I don't even know who was present or who told Adam this. I'm just saying, how is that fair to the people who are on the platform who actually listen to music? Because y'all are unwilling to actually employ people who actually listen to music. Because y'all are unwilling to actually employ people who listen to music. Employ people who are hip-hop lovers. I'm sorry, bro.
That's like,
all right, if you need,
it's so contradictory. Like, why would y'all sit here and I wouldn't have built this YouTube channel around reacting to this type of content if I didn't genuinely enjoy and consume it myself. That's the whole purpose. The more you consume, the more you should create. So if this is what you're consuming, your creation should be based around that. It's probably your strongest asset. You're going to spend the most time just building the knowledge, the skill base to be able to say, oh, snap, I think they know more about this topic than 9 out of 10 people. Yeah, you sure do. Now you should go ahead and tell them what you know. Tell the world what you know. And find those people that didn't know the 9 out of 10 things you learned. They're going to learn at least one. And they're going to be like, dang, that's value. Value, boom. That's paycheck. Paycheck, boom. That's cash.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
But if you want some cash, check those comment section. Check the link in the description. Link in the description down below. Any credit card debt, student loan debt, or medical bills you all may have. Make sure to check out your options down below to see how you can get that taken care of as soon as possible. Maybe even today. No obligation. Check that link out.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
need the topics the night before to have an informed opinion on Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane, then you shouldn't be on a hip-hop platform, bruh. I'm sorry, right? I'm having the same expectation I have on everybody that I have for myself. I'm expecting people who are on a hip-hop platform who's getting paid to speak on hip-hop topics to be doing research on hip-hop topics throughout the week. You should know, right, what happened with Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane, right, without you knowing if you're going to talk about it or not on the news. You should just know, you know why? Because you're on a hip-hop platform and it's your job to be informed. You should know what's going on. You should know what's going on with All-Star JR and J Prince Jr. and NBA Ben 10. You should know what's going on with David.
Right.
But these people show up time after time after time,
be acting
immensely uninformed. And it's
what's
not
going on here?
Trust me. It's not my fault. All right. Like, the blind dweeb didn't know that David knew Celeste was 13 years old when he was messing with her. It's not my fault. This blind dweeb showed up, spread misinformation for an hour or two, and then went home and still got paid.
She lied about her age and stuff. Look, a lot of this is fluff. The corpse shit go get throughout, and the little thing with the kid go get throughout because they found fake IDs of her. And people that was around David.
Ain't this the same one that just got a whole bunch of people locked up? People like him need to stay off the goddamn internet. The internet's not for everybody, okay? My fault, I'm in the shower today. The internet is not for everybody, y'all. It's not for everybody. Some people are not meant to be speaking on here because you know why? They are not media trained. They do not understand how to articulate themselves in a manner that will not incriminate nor lower their value as a brand. People like this person here, highly likely to blow himself up every time he comes on camera, y'all. And it's ridiculous because as somebody who just went through a situation where there was a person who got exposed as a killer because of you, you would assume you'd move a little bit smarter, but I guess not.
They all said like, damn, we thought she lied and said she went to USC.
Nah, but public perception is not going to be that way because if you're in an intimate relationship with someone, after a while, you're probably going to know.
Got a video that's on the internet where she was like cursing out her neighbors and shit. She carried herself older.
Things like that is inexcusable. It's not Poetic Flacco's fault that these dudes are uninformed and doesn't know what they're talking about, okay? I didn't do the topics for that news, so what's the excuse now? David and Celeste has been in the news headline for about 6 months, right? There's been Discord messages that have leaked. There's messages of Celeste's brother, right? There's David going around paying people to keep quiet about him and Celeste. So every fact of this case is pointed towards David knew Celeste's age. Nobody has came out and says that David had no idea how old Celeste was. But your employee come on the platform and say that. And say that, you know, David engaging in lewd acts with a 13-year-old is going to get thrown out because the 13-year-old lied to David about her age when that's just not true. They met in the Discord where David is acknowledging she's 13. But for real, Adam got to start cracking down on some of these bums, bro. They're just showing up to collect the $125 that Adam is giving to the employees. Like the no jumper max contract.
And see, that type of situation, low key, can be sweet. I've seen it. I've been in it. But when you're in a situation where you pretty much just paid to show up, for me, I wanted to show up and show out, not just show up. Some people are just gonna show up and just literally be there and take up air, and you have to be prepared for that, bro. You gotta be prepared.
Is $125 per show. That's the max that anybody over there is getting. Everybody else is receiving less, but some people got other things going on outside of No Jumper that they don't need the max contract. They got other things going on. But the bums who show up, right? They start politicking, doing snake stuff. Oh, they need that $125 per show. And it's okay if you need it, but you just got to show up and do your job. You showing up, like, yo, dudes are showing up drunk, high, like they talking over each other. There's no cohesion. It's an absolute train wreck. And it's not Poetic Flacco's fault. It's a train wreck, bro.
No, I found love, but if you want this dick, you want this dick, period.
You can give it to her in a loving way.
You can give it to her in a loving way.
Listen to some Tyrese.
No, we gotta keep it real, bro. If you want this dirt, you want this dick.
Why you slamming the head, bro?
You want this dirt?
What the hell? Yeah, he's clearly drunk.
Gangsters, bro. This dick good, bro. If you pass up on it, that's your problem. Whatever. Bye.
Fam, what sober-minded fan of hip-hop is tapping into that shit show to find out what's going on in the culture? Nobody, bruh.
Absolutely nobody. It's not advertisable, and it's not reputable. Like, yo, that's not reliable information right there, my buddy.
That content, they're making content for homeless drug addicts who take baths at the bus stop. The clear and obvious problem here that's being ignored, these people are circus freaks. These are not serious media personalities. These are not people we're trying to hear give opinions about anything. No, these are circus freaks that we show up and we much rather watch from behind the glass. Nobody who's of value, nobody who's something serious, nobody who has any type of self-respect is tapping in to listen to this.
And if you don't it, then get the on.
You don't have to tell me twice, bro. I told Adam, listen, Adam, I'm no jumper. You know, man, right? I'm no jumper till I die. You my homie, Adam, right? We built this together. But if you think I'm about to sit at a table with those circus freaks, you're out of your mind, bro. When I want to podcast, we can podcast together, Adam. We could build something. We could start a show. We could do something together. But I'm not sitting. And I don't recommend anybody with aspirations in media to sit at a table with those circus freaks, bro.
It's like pop the balloon and all that other shit, bro. It's like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, that's not gonna build you a platform, yo. It's like OnlyFans, honestly. It's like, yo, you're selling out right now. Chill. You don't care about your face, 5-10 years down the line. You have a digital footprint. Like, I'm sure we all have some wild stuff on our digital footprint, but yeah. Was it worth it?
Because imagine how that reflects on you. You want to have a serious media career. You think we're looking at you, taking you seriously, and you're at a table with those circus freaks, those weirdos, those imbeciles? Absolutely not. I feel so bad for Dope Boy because Dope Boy is the most famous, accomplished person that's ever been a No Jumper host. And he is tasked with having to sit down with a freaky blind alcoholic. I could podcast with a blind man. I could podcast with a freaked out dude. I could podcast with an alcoholic. I can't podcast with no freaky blind alcoholic, bro. Now,
I can podcast with all of them separate. But when you put them all in one, my God.
This podcast was an absolute disaster. So the freaky blind alcoholic, he gets up, pulls his pants down on purpose.
Yo, violation.
After unsuccessfully hitting on the women the entire show, he pulls his pants down after telling them he got some good zig and then walks out so they can see his penis. This dude is an absolute yo, you belong on a registry, bro.
That's a great segment.
This is, we gotta choose up. And we're gonna call this segment Choose Up.
I don't want to do that. Choose or lose.
Okay, she don't want to do it. She don't want to do it. Do you want to do it?
Choose or lose.
Y'all have to do something like cook for me.
No, we ain't got time for her. Do you want to do it?
I'm good.
What's your name again, Deidre?
I got that good girl.
Hold on. Deidre, do you want to do it?
I just put a swap on her.
Put your pants on.
Put your pants up.
You doing that's too much.
What did you just do? What happened?
If not the balloon, I would have said.
You would have popped it on him?
Because he did this with his dick.
Oh, Munchie.
I said,
yeah, you thought you wanted to be like, yo, come on,
Saggy
like.
Versace girl.
I'm gonna go home.
Are you ready?
What? This is not cool, y'all. This is technically sexual assault. Don't ever be like this, y'all. Real talk. PSA. JSmoove PSA. Yeah, this is actually could be considered sexual assault and you can't go to prison. Don't be like this guy. Please.
So we just
Wow.
Well,
Put your pants up.
As soon as I was greeting, you was greeting me with the dick, like, like.
I'm saying, bro, but before I call my to get out there and go home, I just put up the curb and we can just get certified, boom, whatever.
What?
My thoughts exactly, man. What the F is going on over there, bro? That's what we doing now, man? That's the content? Now, when the freaky blind alcoholic Riz ain't work, this man damn near wanted to take it from him, man.
What is the girl?
Take him,
What's
Mom.
that? What's that?
All right, Munchie. All right, Munchie B.
He needs some water.
All right, Munchie. He needs some milk.
He needs some milk. Water.
All right, Munchie.
You need some water, milk, Uber.
All right, Munchie.
Whatever.
Thank you, man. Shout out to Munchie. Clap it up for Munchie B.
That's when it got.
All right, Munchie B.
Who?
Let's get Munchie B to the
My
car.
man is crashing out after he exposed his whole gang. He don't even know what to do with himself no
Did
more.
13 hours straight. Whoa.
Pull
Munchie, your pants.
Oh my God! Y'all got his whole.
Munchie.
Adam, you gotta fire those circus animals, man. I don't know what's going on over there, bro. It's all bad, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the current
State of No Jumpers podcast, man. Let me know too, cause I know I paused that on the awkward notes. So I have to finish this sentence, but yeah. Make sure y'all go watch Poetic Flacco's original video, like it and subscribe, and do the same to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. But I just want to know, why the hell would you build a platform? Well, actually, I don't ask why Adam 22 does anything he does, because look what he did with his wife a few. Like, he's an interesting guy. That's to say the least. Questionable. That's to say the least. Honestly, that's the most. Or the most would be he's weird. The least would be he's questionable, because it's like he's definitely questionable. So let me know in the comments how y'all feel about No Jumper podcast. If they need to get these clowns out of here before No Jumper turns into the head leader of the clown circus parade, going around in a fucking small ass car. Like, what the hell? I don't know. That's how this was given. And then, bro, that's wild to even let something like that happen on your platform. It's kind of like questionable. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know how y'all feel about that. Let me know how y'all feel about what Munchie B did. That's crazy. Wow, you might go to prison, bro. But I hope that you had consent at some sort of way. Which I don't think so, because they told you to pull your pants up. But that's none of my business. If you enjoyed this video, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to check that link in the description. See if you can get yourself out of medical bills, student loans, or credit card debt. Find out what options are available for you. Come on now.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.